Hey guys, it's Mike from Baltimore Rides here. Sunday night around midnight, just almost midnight, wrapping up my Sunday video and the week. And you guys know I normally wrap up a little bit earlier on Sundays. I still did a half day today, but I went in later. I ended up staying home until about 5 o'clock. And then headed into the city. I got down to DC around 6 p.m. And I grinded out my last 11 rides, just now finished. So it's a long night for 11 trips. Sunday, I'm learning in DC, is a slow night. Very much so. 10 to 11 trips, and it took me 6 hours. So that's, slow. It's just slow. $88 in fare. Obviously, I made my Quest goal, so I finished the week at $1,143, which means that I walk away with just over $1,000 after my lease payment. Beautiful math. I'm very happy with those numbers. So it was a good end to the week. It started off a little bit bumpy, with a couple slow days and a couple days where just I had some hiccups that slowed me down. But, I'm glad that I was able to just kind of grind it out at the end. So, enough about last week. Numbers are already in, water under the bridge. Now we're going to talk about what's coming up. So, my Quest goal for the first half of this week is another one that I scratched my head about. $70 or $75 for 70 trips does not excite me. I'm going to try for it, but I'm not going to kill myself because that's a lot of trips to do in 3 days during the week, and it's exhausting. They're also rolling out a new incentive, kind of like a Quest. I think it's either $2 or $3 extra for every trip you do between, I think it's like 7 to 9 a.m., which is rush hour morning, and 5 to 7 p.m., which is rush hour evening. Now, I may be wrong about the morning hours. I read it and then I forgot it because I don't drive mornings. But, for me to be able to do, whatever it is, 4, 5, 6 trips in a 2-hour period during rush hour, just assuming they're going to be longer trips because of traffic, and pick up an extra $18, $20 that I wouldn't have had otherwise, is not a bad gig. And especially given the fact that rush hour time delays almost make rush hour not profitable if you think about it. It shouldn't take you 30 minutes to get across town in DC, but it does during rush hour. And 30 minutes is a lot of time to waste on a $3, $4, $5 fare. So them throwing an extra $3 of fare, is a nice way to incentivize driving in rush hour. I drive in rush hour, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm usually down in DC well before 5 p.m. So I'm thrilled about this incentive. I don't understand it. It's interesting. It's brand new. I've never seen anything like it before. But, it'll be curious to see how it actually functions because I've never seen it. It's very quirky. So I will keep you posted on Tuesday when I start actually getting trips between that period. But until then, when I first read it, I kind of scratched my head, and then I went back and looked at it again and scratched my head, and, I read it a third and fourth time this evening, and I think I get it, but it's just weird. They're saying drive up to 15 trips to get like $40 or whatever the math is. But there's no way in hell you're doing 15 trips in a 2-hour period during rush hour. It's almost impossible to do 15 trips in DC during a normal 2-hour period. Like 9 to 11 or 11 to 1 a.m. when it's really busy at the bar scene. 15 trips is really, really hard even during that period. So I don't know if that was just they wanted to put a hard cap on how many on the top end you could do. But even with pool rides, I still don't think you're going to get to 15 in 2 hours. But if you get 3, 4, 5 trips, it's an extra 15, 20 bucks, whatever, that you didn't have before for doing something that you were already doing anyway. So, that's the way I look at that kind of incentivized stuff. I'm very much okay with any time they're giving me extra money to do my job. So we will see, we'll see what's coming up, but I don't, that's $75 for 70 trips, that quest for Monday through Thursday, that's hard, guys. If it was three digits, if it was 100 plus, I might say, okay, this is the week I'm going to just slam and just grind as much as I can. But that's a lot of trips to do during the weekdays. It really, really is. So we're not going to assume anything, but we're definitely going to shoot for it. But it's a tricky one. I'm not going to lie. So other than that, guys, that's really all I've got to talk about. I'm wrapping up early tonight. I'm heading home now. I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to get the Hyundai looked at and see what that clicking noise is. I think I know what it is. I think it's either the front CV joint or the front axle, but I'm not really sure. But that's my suspicions. And, and that's really it. I'm going to spend the day and relax and kind of regroup and, rest. And we'll be back at it Tuesday. So everybody have a great rest of your night tonight. Have a great Monday, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. Another good week. I will post a video with some screenshots of my my app to show you that I went over 1,005 stars, to show you my weekly recap. I'll probably either do that this evening when I get home, or I'll do it sometime in the next coming days or so. But thank you guys again for all your comments, your feedback. I've actually started, kind of digging around on the internet and on YouTube to see if there's any other drivers in the DC metro area that are doing something like this that I could maybe get some more information myself, because that's really, the next step is to advance this even further. And, I was talking to somebody that does videos. He drives here in DC area, and he posts videos of his clients. And I said to him, how are you getting away with, videos with the consent laws in Maryland, the two-party consent? And he said, I make people sign a waiver disclaimer. So I'm not sure I want to go that route, but I do need to come up with something. So, we will get to the dash cam. It's definitely a project that I need to put back on the burner, and one of many things that I'm working on to just to get myself to the next level. So thank you guys so much for everything, and I'll see you guys in a couple days. Later.